feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps arteries bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
Season, the kickoff show, the Saturday morning kickoff show. Hold on, let me get the audio here. Let me get the audio going here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, D Truth. Year
Hey,
5.
hey,
What's going on?
boy, boy. Hey, we got a lot of it's a lot of games today. It's about 7 games today that some people might know, some people might not know, and a whole lot of people, whole lot of coaches in different places. And I know one particular game that this next weekend gonna be very interesting. Cause guess what? The team who used to coach it plays today.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Well, we're going to start it off here. We're going to go over a few games, a few key games that are going to be played today. You're going to have a Hawaii seeking revenge against Vanderbilt. That's going to be, I think it's going to be like a 3 o'clock kickoff in
Yeah.
Nashville. Then you have a 2 p.m. kickoff in Dublin, Ireland. That's going to be a new annual event for the University of Notre Dame to open up their season in Dublin, Ireland. They're going to be taking on Navy, and we're going to see Sam Hartman in action. His first
Mm-hmm.
game as a Fighting Irish. Sam Hartman is a projected first rounder. Hey, listen, Notre Dame is going to be a problem because
Yeah.
now they have something that they have not had in years. Man, you got to go back to wow. I can't even I can't even think of the last time they had like a top tier quarterback like Sam Hartman. So
Yeah.
that is going to be interesting. That
Yeah.
showdown with Clemson and Death Valley is going to
Yep.
be interesting. And when the Trojans come to South Bend, and of course when Ohio State visits South Bend in the last Saturday in October, and
Mm-hmm.
then uh, now you're gonna have San Jose State later on tonight visiting the Coliseum, the LA Coliseum, taking on USC. We're gonna get a chance to see Caleb Williams in action, and we're gonna talk about him a little later on in the show. But let me salute the chat here real quick. Miss Thrower, salute to you, Mom Boss, salute to you, Grower Tech, salute to you, bro, salute you, recover from yesterday, huh? Common Sense TV, salute to you. Chris G, salute to you. Desmond G, salute to you, salute to you, salute. It's college football season, brother. I want to first of all, I want to also welcome in the we have the Facebook crowd joining us as well, and we have the Notre Dame. I want to give a big shout out to the Notre Dame fan group, football page group in Facebook, the USC football page group, the Vanderbilt football page group, and the Western Athletic Conference football page group. So we have a lot of eyes on us this morning, since we're gonna begin dropping. We're gonna do like we did back in the early days. We're gonna drop these live streams, the links in the individual uh, uh, group
Yeah.
pages. So, welcome all of you. Welcome the YouTube family as well here over here, 20s Nation on YouTube. So, let's get to the top story here. And as we all know, this was announced earlier this week. Well, speaking of a non-announcement. Uh, Listen, for the first time since I've really been following Nick Saban, he can't really decide on a quarterback or starting
Mm.
quarterback, and we're late in the game here. We're late in the game here, and he has not picked a quarterback. It's going to be Milrow. It's going to be Ty Simpson. Is it going to be the freshman, the true freshman? Uh, what do you think is going on in Tuscaloosa? Why they haven't been able to uh, decide on a starting quarterback this late in the game?
It might be only thing I can consider and why they chosen to start a quarterback. It must be a tight battle. But
Mm-hmm,
the only problem with that being a tight battle, who are the players really going to trust?
mm-hmm,
Or because we got a tight battle like that, the receiver and the quarterback is not on tune. The running back and the quarterback is not on tune, and the line and the quarterback is not on tune. You see what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? They ain't lining up. Unlike at Auburn, we already knew who the quarterback was coming in for game one.
mm-hmm,
But that don't mean he's gonna be the starter throughout the season. You see what I'm saying? But at least they got a starter back for game one.
mm-hmm.
Nick Saban out. It just baffled me how you can't choose to start a quarterback. That just baffled me. How can you not choose to start a quarterback? And I've never seen him have this problem before. Even in the LSU, he never had this problem.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you rectify that? How do you rectify who's your starter?
Well, luckily for them, they have Middle Tennessee. Well,
Hmm.
Middle Tennessee next Saturday. So I say, uh, it's a warm up game for Texas. So you let them split series. Let them split series. I would, start Miro because he's the more experienced one, then Simpson, then the freshman. Let them battle and let that game be the deciding whoever looks better in that game. That's the one I will roll with it because you remember you got Texas coming up the following week.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
Texas is loaded. A lot of experts, a lot of analysts are picking Texas to win the Big 12. They're saying 11-1. Some are saying 12-0. A lot of people believe that Texas can go in there and pull off the upset for the simple fact that Texas is bringing a defense that can match Bama's physicality in the trenches. In other words, Texas has a defense that can
Mm-hmm.
stop the Bama's offense from doing any damage. And we know Bama is coming with Bama's defense is going to be much improved this year. This may be the best defense we've seen Bama have since 2017.
Yeah,
But with that being said, listen, you got to be able to put points on the board. You
yeah,
you got to be able to put points on the board.
yeah. And then another thing is, you got to be able to put points on the board, and the defense got to be able to stay off. And defense got to be able to. Now the offense got to be able to keep the ball to keep the defense fresh. So I don't care how good your defense is. If the offense not moving the ball, that defense gonna get tired. That defense gonna get tired. So that's why you gotta have, like you said, that game against their first game is a good thing they got a mediocre team. A mediocre team, they got to play their first game to iron out who's gonna be the starter.
Mhm.
Now you know it's gonna be a problem if they still ain't decided by the time to get ready to play their next game.
Mhm.
They're gonna be a serious problem. Cause you know what? If they decided to start it by the second game, that defense, they're gonna have to win the games by defense.
Let me read this to you. Now, look, listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell everybody something. I love money. I love money. But this is just too easy, man. Why you mean you might as well just cash out me your $50. This is what he's saying. Armando, I'm picking Navy with the upset. I got $50. Listen, I normally don't do this, man, but look, I entertain you, money boy. I take your money. You listen. You know the cash app. I know yours. If Navy pulls the upset, you'll get your 50. But if Notre Dame wins and take care of business as usual, hey, bro, you got my cash up now. So I don't even have to call you looking for my money now.
Hey, Mondo, I'm gonna tell you this right
Uh,
here. I'm gonna tell you this the first game. And you know the first game is always one of them games you can't overlook.
oh yeah. We done seen some upsets. Remember the
Yeah.
year Wisconsin and Wisconsin upset LSU when
Mm-hmm.
North Dakota State went into Connect Field and upset Iowa. We've seen some upsets. We've seen some
Mm-hmm.
up UCLA that year UCLA upset Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen some upsets, but man, this Notre Dame team is different. They're different. They're not.
But
They're.
they different about this game one. That's a
I
difference. This is
I
game
under,
one.
I understand and
Now,
remember.
if it was game four, I'll feel you on that. But this game one, and you know anything can go in game one, especially with a team like Navy,
Mhm.
and especially with a team like Navy who is a part of a conference, unlike Notre Dame.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Eh, But
Because Notre Dame has been winning national championships. They were winning national championships for years, and they weren't a part of a conference.
yeah, but how many BCL games they been to lately?
They've been to more than a lot of teams that's a part of conferences.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about lately. But I want to ask you this question: do this hurt Notre Dame? Even if it's a 12 team, they should go to 12-team playoff team, right?
Let me explain something to you. Okay. You play football and I play
Hmm.
football. Okay. Remember that first game, man. You had all fall camp to prepare for that game. Okay.
Hmm.
Now can you be caught off guard in week one? Yes, you can. But highly unlikely when you have talent like Notre Dame has. Those other teams that we named, they were kind of suspect. Iowa had lost a lot of players the year before. LSU had lost a lot of players the year before. Remember, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was Orgeron's first year. That was his first full year, and he hadn't really gotten his feet in the door as far as the recruiting down there in LSU. So Wisconsin caught him on a good day. North Dakota State was coming off with their fourth straight national championship. They had 5-year seniors. Nobody leaves North Dakota State early. You know what I'm saying? But Iowa had a lot of players. They had a lot of freshmen and sophomores on the field that day. So, that was a different story. But Notre Dame is stacked. They are stacked. They are stacked.
I figured on it, but it's kind of like, okay, Navy goes in wherever they playing at, and Notre Dame is not at home. See, that's the problem I see with they not at home. They on neutral field. See what I'm saying? And Navy coming in like, okay, we beat Notre Dame. That gonna be a big game. That's a big game for Notre Dame. So Notre Dame better not go in that game sleeping, because the 20 and a half points favorite, I take that 20 and a half points. I take that with Navy. I take it with Navy.
No. Well, yeah, I ain't doing no points because they run that option, and it could be a close game. He doing a straight out bet.
I know.
So, but you might as well go ahead and cash out me there.
But hey, the question is, can Notre Dame stop that option?
Notre Dame has a pretty good defense.
Yeah,
they have a pretty good defense. They are good enough to stop the option. Yes, sir.
We go. Hey, this first game is a test for Navy and Notre Dame. This is a big test for Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
This is a big test. Can you beat Navy on a neutral site? And guess what? If they do that, they rank what, preseason 13.
And remember now, Freeman is a defensive guru. Let me tell you something about this guy. All right. Now, remember the Peach Bowl back in 2020 when Cincinnati played Georgia in the Peach Bowl. They put some defense on. Listen, JT Daniels had never been sacked them many times in his entire football career. They got to him. I think he was sacked like 8 times that afternoon. So this guy is a defensive specialist, man. So listen. If it's any team that can slow down that option, it's Notre Dame. Now, if this was, let's say, USC or Penn State or someone, you know what I'm saying, a team that gives up a lot of points, Washington, then I don't think I would take the bet. But Notre Dame has a head coach that's a defensive guru. So,
yeah. But hey, I'm just sitting back and enjoy the game, and it's one of the most intriguing games of today. The long way is San Jose State and USC and Hawaii and Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 intriguing games of the day, and then you got nobody else plays tonight. So
those are the 3 marquee. San Jose State going into USC, and Vanderbilt going into Hawaii. That's why I lined up some other topics here, because and the thing about the first week, my thing is, if you're going to start the season, and I'm not complaining, hell, I'll watch anybody today. Yeah. I'll watch Kennesaw State today. That's how hungry I am for some college football. So I'm not complaining. Yeah. I'm not complaining at all. I really wish they would put some, at least one blockbuster game on this week. Somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody.
Well, like I said, the day is going to be interesting. Since Dion is at Colorado, how Jackson State going to react to South Carolina State today? How they going to feel coming into today? You see what I'm saying? That's low with that was a big story when Dion up and left and
Well,
went to cutoff.
that was a business decision. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
knock him because kids transfer. You got kids transferring left and right. You know,
I'm not knocking him
listen,
either. I'm not
yeah.
knocking him.
Garrick, anytime you want to hit the link, man, come on, hit the link, man. We would like to have a Bama person up here. We would like to have a couple, but we got Bama. I got Bama, some Bama topics coming up. But this one
Yeah,
right here,
the quarterback situation.
well, yeah,
Michigan.
yeah. Hold on, slow down. All right, Michigan. Okay, 3 game suspension. Will this will this affect the season? Can Michigan? I mean, because listen, we've seen this happen in the NFL. Remember back in 2010, I think it
Hmm.
was 2010 or 2011. 2011, let's say 2011. 2011, Sean Payton was suspended for what 8 games during the regular season. And New
Hmm.
Orleans, the Saints, they still had finished with a good record that year. But
Hmm.
in the first round of the playoffs, they were eliminated. Will this kind of mess with the chemistry of Michigan having their head coach suspended for 3 games, or will they be okay and be able to conduct business as usual?
One that the head coach make the big decision though, but I can see if he was a defensive coordinator calling the plays of defense or calling the offense. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? If he's not the if a head coach got an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator calling the plays, that plays should not change.
Mm-hmm.
Although the head coaching changes. All depends on who the head coach is. The defensive coordinator or the offensive coordinator become the head coach. And with his absent, can
Mm-hmm.
they affiliate to be a head coach and call plays at the same time? It's just like if a just say if a starter out in basketball,
Mm-hmm.
that messes up your rotation. Cause
Mm-hmm.
whoever used to coming out the bench got to be pushed to the starting lineup. So now there's a coach that gonna be pushed in the spotlight of coaching. And how many games he suspended?
3.
And some of the games are gonna be big games. So I hate to say it, Michigan got to win at least 2 of the 3 to stay in contention when he's
Well,
suspended.
Well, the thing about it is, and this is, and I'm going, I will, normally I don't make predictions in week 1, but I will make this prediction. I don't think you will see 2 teams from the same conference making the playoffs. I don't care if it's the Big Ten or the ACC or the SEC. You're going to have one champion from each conference. If the 4 teams that will represent the playoffs, they will come from separate 4 different conferences. You will have a situation where this year it's going to be kind of like 2018 and 2019. We're going to
Hmm.
have a SEC champion, Big Ten champion, Big 12 champion, ACC or Pac-12 champion. I'm predicting a Pac-12 champion. Whoever wins the Pac-12 is going to get in this year.
Hmm.
Whoever wins the Pac-12 title this year will get in the playoffs this year. I think the ACC is going to be the odd man out for the simple fact, the LSU factor and
Hmm.
the Notre Dame factor.
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame may end up getting Clemson during the regular season and derailing their season, or Clemson also could get derailed by South Carolina. Then
Yeah.
Florida State, then Florida State. Listen, anything can happen in that season finale with Florida. Anything can
Yeah.
happen. That is a rivalry game. You can't take that one lightly. But LSU, look, they're a juggernaut this year. They
Yeah.
are a juggernaut this year. As good as Florida State is, that is a must-win game, in my opinion. That's going to be a must-win game for LSU because as far as playoff concerns now, not when the SEC, they can lose that game, still go in the,
Yeah.
lose one game in the SEC and still get to Atlanta. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
is you do not want to lose. If you're an LSU fan, you do not want to lose to Florida State, because
Mm-hmm.
then you are in a situation where you have to go undefeated in your SEC schedule. You can't have a hiccup against Florida. You can't have a hiccup against Alabama, and you got to go to Tuscaloosa, and you
Mm-hmm.
got to take care of business against Ole Miss and Texas A&M.
I,
That's tough. That's
Yeah,
tough
and
right
I
there.
look, and I'm looking at Michigan's schedule. East Carolina is the first game they play. That's gonna be a little tough, but they should be able to win that game. They should be 3-0, even with an interim head coach. They
Mm-hmm.
should be 3-0. Then they got, and guess what? And I think
Put
all
can
three of
you?
their games, the first three games are at home.
Mm-hmm.
East Carolina, UNLV, and Bowling Green.
Well, let me tell you something. East Carolina, watch out for that one. Why? Listen, listen. Let's not forget that year that East
Mm.
Carolina went into Blacksburg and
Mm.
upset Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech
Oh
was
yeah.
ranked number 3. I will never forget this. Virginia Tech was ranked number 3. They were undefeated. East Carolina went into Blacksburg and upset them. So listen, you could have another Appalachian State situation with East Carolina, though. That is a team that have snuck up on powerhouse blue blood teams in the past before.
I'm going. Hold on,
Now,
hold on.
and and I think they almost got Clemson one year
Mm-hmm.
with Trevor
That why.
Lawrence. They almost got
Mhm.
Clemson one year. So yeah, watch out for East Carolina.
That's why I say it. They got to win at least two of them first three games. They got to win the first two. They got to go 2-1 in the first two games to still have a shot.
Oh
You
yeah,
see what I'm
oh yeah, oh yeah.
saying? And you got the first. Look, you know how many teams would kill to have the first three games? Let me see how many games they got. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 games they play is at home.
Mm-hmm.
How many other teams can say that? How many other teams they can say that? And then record,
Georgia.
yeah,
Georgia's first 3 games, I think Georgia's first 3 or 4 games
yeah,
are at home, and they don't really go on the road until that first week in October when they go to Jordan Hare.
yeah.
Hmm.
So, in other words, like I said, and that fourth game they got at home against Rutgers. You know, Rutgers is iffy. But like I said, the first 3 games, they got to at least win 2 out of that one game, and they come in this season ranked number 2. Now that pressure
So,
on whoever gonna be the head coach.
exactly. Salute to you, Garrett. Salute to you, brother.
Salute to you,
Salute.
bro. Salute, salute. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna go back to the topic that we had before we got to Jim Harbaugh and the quarterback situation with your team. What's going on, man? This late in the game, and I've never seen, since I've been following Nick Saban, man. I followed Nick Saban, man, back when he was at Michigan State. That's when
Mhm.
when I actually started paying attention to Nick Saban. He's never really had a quarterback dilemma this late in the game. I mean, like a week before kickoff week. So, as a Bama fan, man, can you tell us what's going on with that?
I mean, well, before I say that, man, bro, y'all got an easy ass schedule, man. They trying to give y'all this goddamn championship. The only goddamn, I'm looking at y'all schedule, Armando. The only goddamn tough game y'all got I can see is at Tennessee.
You sure about that?
Oh,
Yeah, at Tennessee, I think I
Uh,
think
uh,
that'll
uh,
be a pretty good game. But
uh,
the rest of y'all hard games is at home, man. They trying to get y'all the goddamn
no, no, no.
championship.
No, 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 no. Now, I want you to look at your schedule, and the
Yeah, we
only
got a pretty easy schedule too.
your toughest games are at home.
Exactly.
You got Texas at home. You got Tennessee at home. You have LSU at home. Everybody else, honestly, you should be able to take care of business against Ole Miss. You should be able to. Now, College Station, I don't know what the hell it is about Kyle Field, but that has been a house of horror for Bama lately. But y'all should be able to take care of business down there, man. Talent wise, man, it shouldn't even be close.
Yeah, but now to get to your question, now I mean, Nick Saban is kind of like a defensive guru in a way, just like Bill Belichick. I just look at Nick Saban more as a defensive coach. So I'm not really worried about the quarterback situation, because as long as that defense, is ready, ready to show how to play, hell, shit, Armando, I can get behind the goddamn center and goddamn win some of these games, looking at our schedule. But I'm not worried about the quarterback situation.
Hey, Gary, I'm gonna bust your
bubble. Now, what about week 2 against Texas, though?
Hey, but hold on, Armando. But if you got a quarterback,
I mean, yeah, that's gonna be but like you said, Armando, it's at home. I'm not really worried about it. The only game I'm really worried about is Tennessee and LSU, them back-to-back weeks. I'm just looking at it. Normally when you have a big road win, and then you got another game the following week, and it's kind of hard to play, and especially in the SEC when you got two teams like Tennessee and LSU. So them my only two games I'm really worried about. But no, I'm not worried about Texas. I'm not worried about Texas.
Boy, if Texas keep that defense on that field, you better start working.
That's gonna be a problem, man.
They're gonna be a problem.
That's gonna be a problem because they already projecting. If you look at the extended forecast, like the 10 to 15 day forecast, 14-day forecast, man, it's gonna be like in the 90s in Tuscaloosa, man. And you looking at these dudes being on the field. Yeah, and Texas got a stable of running backs, man, that can extend drives. So if they wear that defense down, like I say, like in the early third quarter, man, them dudes get like worn down, and they start like, you know how it is, man. You play sports, man. Dudes start having their hands on their hips and stuff like that, man. It's a problem then, man.
Yeah, and then this heat, and Armando, this heat, man, it ain't been this hot. You know what I mean? In like a long time, bro.
5 years. We having record high temperatures that we ain't seen in 5 years, man.
But though, Armando, I hear what your point is, but the way I look at it, they ass got to be out there in that heat too.
Yeah.
And so I just look at it as it's a home game. It ain't gonna be no blowout. It's gonna be a good game, but I think we'll end up being about 8, 9, 10 points. But they ain't ready for us, not at home. But like I said, man, them two that Tennessee and that Tennessee game, that Tennessee and LSU, them back-to-back back-to-back weeks, that's the only concern I got, as far as us. But yeah.
Okay. All right. And I say keep an eye on Ole Miss too. And Shaq Sanders.
Yeah, that's the home state.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They all now Ole Miss, and I mean they always give us fits. You know what I mean? But hey, that's the SEC though, man. But hey, man, look, y'all got a weak ass schedule, bro. Like, bro, they trying to give y'all the goddamn title. Y'all.
No, and I'm gonna tell you, no. Listen. Oakland, listen. Greg Sankey, pretty much the fact that we have to play Oklahoma next year, and they have us going to Norman next year. Greg Sankey pretty much said, well, he wasn't going to allow us to play Oklahoma back to back and have to travel to Norman back to back. So they scratched that game. Now I do agree. I mean, I wish that that our athletic director would have put somebody on the damn scale. I don't care if it was SMU. or I would have rather gotten Georgia Southern than damn Tennessee Martin. I mean, come on, man.
I be hating them goddamn games, man. Them teams, I don't. Yeah, I don't like. I don't be liking them games, man.
But I'm gonna tell you the same thing that I told Jason. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Jason, man. That week 3 is not gonna be an easy game. It's still gonna be hot. And remember now, South Carolina finished the year. They were hot. They finished strong. They finished the season strong. They blew Tennessee out. Then they turned around and went into Death Valley the following week. And they were down by 20 points going into the fourth quarter against Clemson. And they shut Clemson's offense down in the fourth quarter. They barely got past midfield. And they beat Clemson in Death Valley. So South Carolina is no slouch, bro. They're no slouch now.
Hey, y'all got Ole Miss the week before. Y'all got to go to Tennessee.
Yeah, so we listen. That schedule ain't as easy. That schedule ain't as easy as you think it is, man. And then Auburn, man, done picked up a lot of good transfers. So Auburn is not going to be. I'm gonna put it like this, man. Auburn, don't be surprised, man, if Auburn wins 9 or 10 games this year. And Auburn is gonna ruin somebody's season this year. I'm going to make that prediction also today. Auburn is going to ruin somebody's season. I don't know whose. It could be ours. They could ruin our 3-peat. It could be, hell, it could be Ole Miss. It could be LSU. It could be Bama. But I'm telling you, Auburn is going to ruin somebody's season this year. Mark my words now. You're going to look back on this day, August the 26th. Armando said it. Auburn is going to ruin somebody's season. I don't know who's going to be, but they're going to ruin somebody's season this year. Tell you now.
Hey, but you never know what you're going to get out of Auburn, man. They can play a couple of weeks like they ready to go to, they can play at a championship level, and then they'll fuck around and get beat by, you know what I mean, by goddamn Monroe or somebody. I'm not saying that because I'm an Alabama fan. They just too inconsistent for me.
Hold on, but hold on.
Am I lying?
Let me get in here. But the problem is when all said and done, when stuff is on the line, how many times Nick Saban at Alabama could choke against Auburn with something on the line?
Oh man,
he got a point.
Listen, let me answer your question. It ain't about when it comes to Alabama, it ain't about choking. It's just the fact that Auburn is gonna play they best game of the year when they play Alabama. If Auburn play everybody else like they play Alabama, they motherfuckers will probably go undefeated. So I'm not.
So will Alabama.
Say what?
So will Alabama. But I'm saying when stuff is on the line.
Oh my God!
Alabama clearly got the best team. How many times had Nick Saban lost?
Well, man, look, y'all love the haters. Y'all love to hate Alabama.
2010, 2013, 2017, 2019. They were both. There's only one year where both of y'all came in good. Remember that Iron Bowl, the only Iron Bowl that was played on prime time. Y'all, kickoff was at 9 o'clock, 2014. Now, D-True, he fixated on that kick six. He says the kick six is the greatest Iron Bowl game of all time. I got to give it to that 2014 team. That 2014 game with Blake Sims and Duke Williams. And man, that was a battle.
Armando, I'm gonna tell you the best. I'm gonna tell you the best game, Armando. Even though we lost that year, that Cam Newton was at Auburn, and we had them motherfuckers 27-0 at halftime. And I stopped watching the game. Them motherfuckers came back and beat us 28-27.
It was 24
So
nothing.
that was the
It was 24 nothing at halftime.
yeah.
That
But they
game,
end up beating us by 1 point. But
you,
and I
you,
will say this, I will say this, Armando.
you talking about the
The
game Mark
SEC,
Ingram got paid? You talking
right?
about the game Mark Ingram got paid to drop that ball on the damn goal line? Come on, man. Nobody look, man. I could
Oh
live to be
man,
100 years
I
old.
could have choked that nigga,
I
man.
could have lived to be 100 years old. Can't nobody tell me Mark Ingram didn't get paid in that game. Come on, bro.
But I'll tell you this. But this one thing I never seen Nick Saban do. When Gus put the kicker out there and had both Knicks at wide receiver, still got 11 players out there. What the hell he complaining about? What the hell was he complaining about? Still 11 players out there.
Hey man, hey. Hey, shit happens sometime, man. Shit happens sometime. But hey, but you know what, Armando?
I'm gonna ask you this question right here, Garrett. I'm gonna ask you this question right here. Before this kick 6, 1 second left. What would you would have did as a head coach? Would you would have kneeled on the ball, winning overtime, or tried that field goal?
I would have tried the field goal.
Nah,
yeah, I'm going. See, I'm aggressive. I'm going for the win.
Yeah,
I'm going for the win because it's no guarantee just because you get to overtime that you're gonna win. So you know, I would have kicked the field goal too. I did the same thing. But you know something about the SEC? It seemed like the SEC. If you have it seemed like big mobile quarterbacks always give SEC teams fits. Look at when Cam Newton was there, and what's that big boy, that quarterback y'all had a few years ago, Armando, the white guy, big white dude. It seems like when you have a big mobile quarterback in the SEC, your chances of winning it elevates. So,
that wasn't Georgia, that was Clemson with Trevor Lawrence. Because remember, Trevor Lawrence would break
a
he would break an 80-yard touchdown run on you at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at it to see what's team gonna be a surprise this year. What surprise team gonna be this year? Because don't be surprised. You're gonna be so upset. Like I'm gonna take Navy today. I'm taking Navy today. I'm picking the upset.
I think my sleeper team, man. I say it's
Yeah, you done got quiet. You done got quiet, ain't you, man?
What did he went out? He in a bad area. I see that Florida State LSU. That's going to be a game, and that's on a Sunday. Woo!
This is. Go ahead, Gary.
Like Auburn, Florida State, just like Auburn, you never know what you're gonna get out of them, man. They can play championship caliber ball 1 or 2 weeks. And then they'll beat a top team, and then they'll fucking lose to a Tennessee Martin or somebody, man. So
the difference.
But see, yeah, they'll play LSU tough. They'll play LSU tough though.
Let me ask you a question, Gary. Is this a must win for LSU? Because they're starting the season off with a very good Florida State team in Orlando, which is like Florida State territory. So this is practically going to be like a de facto home game for Florida State. Now, if they, let's just say, for whatever reason. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Can you hear me now? All right.
Yeah,
all right,
I say that again, Armando. You kind of broke up a little bit.
Okay, I said, do you think this is a must-win game for LSU?
Well, when they come to the SEC, much every damn week. Well, yeah,
to get in the playoffs. Yeah.
I'm gonna get to your question, but I mean, because the thing about the SEC, like it always come down to like a game or two. If you lose 2 games in the SEC, you pretty much can kick your playoff chances out the window. But I think it is because it's the first of the year and it's gonna be a long season. And I just really think in the SEC team, you can't afford a loss in the first or the well. No, I take that back. I don't think it's a must win because it's the first game of the season, and if they lose, they'll have plenty of games to make up ground. I just feel like if you're going to lose a game, it need to be the first or the second week of the season. The first or second week. That way, you can make up that ground as the season progress. But so no, I wouldn't necessarily say that because now it'll be harder for them because they won't be able to lose no more games the rest of the year if they want a chance at the SEC championship or to make the playoffs. So I'm kind of stuck in the middle. I would say yeah, they need it because the SEC East is it's a tough conference. And
The
then I
West.
would
West,
say no.
West.
Yeah.
I would say no. Yeah, the West. I meant, and I would say no because at least it's the first game of the season, and they'll have
You went out again.
Yeah, that's you going out, Gary, not me. Let me. Okay, when you
Uh,
I'm gonna give you.
let me answer that question. What you just had asked. Yeah, it's a must win. I'm tell you why it's a must win for LSU.
Go ahead.
They can they can win all the rest of the game all year. But if Florida State don't produce, it don't if, say if Florida State don't produce and they got beat by Florida State, that love's gonna come back and hunt them. Because Florida State would be good that people thought they was. We've seen it happen. How many times we've seen a team lose its first of the season and that team that beat them do good the rest of the season?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Clemson 2 years ago. Everybody thought Clemson was gonna, be a powerhouse, and we beat them. And they took a lot. They were hit with a lot of injuries that night, but remember they didn't have a really good season moving forward, and they didn't win the ACC that year. Um, I'm gonna explain to you, Garrett, why I think it's a must win. Okay, for the simple fact is, all right. So if you lose to Florida State, and I'm speaking in terms of the playoffs, of the college football playoffs, if you lose to Florida State, now you're in a situation where you have to go into Tuscaloosa and beat Bama. That will become a must win as far as the playoffs are concerned. Now, the SEC is still it's like 0-0, no matter what happens in Orlando. But if you lose to Florida State and your goal is to get to the playoffs, you are in an uphill battle. You are in a situation where you can't have no hiccup against Florida. You can't have no hiccup against Ole Miss. You can't have no hiccup
Auburn,
against Arkansas. You can't
Auburn.
have, and if I'm not mistaken now, Auburn lately has had LSU's number. Since after Joe Burrow's left, man, it seemed like Auburn has kind of had LSU's number. So I wouldn't. You don't want to be in that situation now. With Florida State can afford to drop that game and run the table in the ACC and still get to the playoffs. Bama can afford to drop that game against Texas, and a lot of people are predicting because of the quarterback situation. A lot of people are predicting that Bama will drop that game by a field goal or something like that against Texas, but they'll run the table the rest of the season and go into Atlanta with one loss. Bama can do that because they have their toughest games at home. LSU, I would not want to be in a situation where you have one loss coming out of Orlando and then you got to go into Tuscaloosa in November in
And
a
also,
must-win situation.
and also, Mondo, 3 weeks after that, Florida State. Now you got to remember they got to go to Ole Miss.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. I mean, man, I
and that
think
ain't
I
and that
think they
ain't no
got yeah.
easy that ain't no easy task.
Yeah, the hell no, there ain't no easy task. So that's why it's so many reasons why it's important for LSU to take care of business
Yeah,
in Orlando.
yeah, because pretty much if they lose against Florida State, they have to run the table. They have to
Yes, sir.
to,
Yes,
to
sir.
get in the playoffs.
Yes,
Here's
sir.
here's here's LSU schedule. Got Florida State, Grambling comes to LSU. They got to go to Mississippi State. They at home against Arkansas. Then they got to go to Ole Miss.
They got to be careful with that one. The Ole Miss. They got to be careful with that one.
That's just the first 5
Did I
games.
say Mississippi State? That's what I meant. Ole Miss. I meant Ole Miss. I might have said Mississippi State, but you know what? I'm gonna go out on the limb, Mondo. I'm gonna pick Ole Miss over. I think Ole Miss gonna beat LSU.
Yeah, that's a trap game.
I think
that is a trap game right there.
Just think. Out of them first two games, Mississippi State, Arkansas, and Ole Miss, they gonna have to win. If they lose to Florida State, they got to win 2 of them 1 games. They got to, or all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of them is not at home. And 2 of them, they got to go to the Grove, and they got to go to Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Arkansas at home.
Yep.
Boy, back to back week.
But you know what, and Armando, but I feel like if LSU can beat Florida State, I think that'll set the tone. I think that'll set a good tone for them for the rest of the year.
I still don't think they'll if they beat Florida State, I think then they'll be in a situation where they can drop that game in Tuscaloosa to Bama and still have a shot at the playoffs. It's all about which game you lose. If I'm LSU, right, if I'm going to lose to anybody, it better be Bama. If you're going to lose to anybody, Bama, you cannot lose to Auburn. You can't lose to Ole Miss, and you damn sure can't lose to Florida State.
Well, they kind of can lose to Ole Miss because Ole Miss is ranked. You cannot lose to an unranked team. Point blank.
What I'm saying is, D, you don't want to go into Tuscaloosa with 1 loss. You want to go in there undefeated.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are predicting them to do. You want to go in there undefeated because if you go in there with 1 loss, then you are in a must-win situation going into Brian Denny, and that's not a good spot to be in. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
it ain't.
Yeah.
Let's get a word from one of our sponsors real quick, and then we're gonna come back with our final thoughts.
It's the Rib Tips!
This is it, the miracle of barbecue. The most compelling and most anticipated documentary of the year. The Miracle of Barbecue, the legacy story of family, a legacy story of faith, a legacy story of flavor. This is it, the Miracle of Barbecue.
This is it.
All righty. Okay. Final thoughts on what we've discussed, and going into with that, this is actually really week 0. But with games being played, I don't know why they call it week 0 because these games count. But now listen, let's let this be the topic on the final thoughts. Okay, the Heisman. All right, and these were the finalists. You had Stetson Bennett, C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams, and you had the TCU quarterback. Okay. They were the finalists last year. Now, tonight, San Jose State visits the Coliseum. Okay. Listen, Lincoln Riley has a chance to do something that I don't think no coach in college football history has ever done, and that's produce 4 Heisman trophies. And they're with quarterbacks alone. Other coaches have done it. They've done it with receivers. Nick Saban has done it with receivers, running backs, and quarterbacks. He had 1 quarterback and a receiver and 2 running backs. All right. But to do it with all quarterbacks, man, Caleb Williams pulls this off and wins back-to-back Heisman, which will give Lincoln Riley his 4th Heisman trophy. It don't matter if Caleb did it twice, but this will be number 4, and it's all been done with quarterback play. This man will go down as the quarterback guru of all time, in my opinion.
Man,
Go ahead, Derek.
I'm looking at USC schedule and who that was um SC and Michigan schedule, man. They got man. I'm looking at their schedule. It's a joke, bro.
That's
This is a joke.
that's why. But listen, listen.
What
That's
the heck?
another. They gotta go to Oregon. They gotta go. That's not a joke. They gotta go to Oregon. Oregon is loaded. Utah is always a problem for
And
USC.
they got Ohio State at home.
Who?
USC. No, not USC.
No.
Michigan got they got Ohio State at home and the rest of the year.
Where they got Penn State. They got Penn State now. That's what I'm saying. You can't sleep on Penn State. You can't sleep. You can't sleep on Penn State, man. And you and listen, watch out for Maryland. Because remember, Maryland almost upset both of them last year. They almost upset Michigan, and they almost upset Ohio State.
But you know what, Armando? If they can get past them first three, if they can get past Ohio State, Maryland, and Penn State, them first three games, I don't think they're gonna lose no more the rest of the year.
And what they'll do is, because their schedule would be, let's say if Georgia went undefeated and Michigan went undefeated, they would give the number one seed to Michigan. Being for the simple fact is they will have a stronger schedule. They will have a stronger schedule because 9 times out of 10, Ohio State is going to be in the top 5. Okay, Penn State is gonna be in the top 10. All right, Maryland is. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and predict this. Maryland is going to be ranked at the end of the year. Now I don't know if it'll be 15 through 25, but they're going to be ranked. Okay, and then they go to Indianapolis and they're going to see probably Wisconsin. So it looks weak in August, but you never know. Dark horses can emerge.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree, but
but as far as the Heisman, listen, Caleb can get the jump on everybody tonight. He could go out there and do something spectacular, like throw for 6 touchdown passes, or he could throw for 5 touchdown passes and run for 3. If I'm Lincoln Riley, man, I am feeding Caleb Williams the ball all night. All night. I'm serious, and leave no doubt going into week 2 next week that hey, Caleb Williams is the front runner. Because the problem with the past, let's say Heisman winners, incumbent Heisman winners like Johnny Manziel, Mark Ingram, Tim Tebow, Jameis Winston, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence didn't win the Heisman. He never won the Heisman.
Yeah, he was in the contention.
Going and Bryce Young going into, put it like this: the problem that they've always had, the incumbent Heisman Trophy winners have had in the past, is that they started off slow. Caleb Williams, if he wants to do something that hasn't been done since 1975 when Archie Griffin did it, he got to start off fast and jump out in front of the pack and become the front runner today. The unquestionable, without a doubt, front runner today.
Yeah, he can do that. But the problem that he's going to have is he got to continue that pace. You see what I'm saying? He got to continue that pace all year. Can he continue the pace all year? And
well, I don't think there's maybe only one defense that can pretty much slow him down. But I think the rest of looking at the schedule, I don't see a Pac-12 defense that can slow Caleb Williams down. Now, I'm not saying they can't beat USC. I'm not saying Washington. I think Washington and USC would be a shootout. if they played today. That would be a shootout. Oregon is going to be a shootout. I don't think Oregon has the defense to slow Caleb Williams and that juggernaut of receivers that he have down. You're going to beat USC. If you're going to beat USC, and I'm including Georgia in this, okay, you're going to have to beat them in a shootout. It ain't going to be no situation where you beat them 38-10 or 42-17 or 35 to 17 or anything like that. You are going to have to get into a shootout with USC. I don't give a damn who it is. If it's Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, it don't matter. You step on the field with USC, you get in a shootout with them. You got to get in a shootout with them to beat them.
Yeah.
Hey, Armando, man, y'all, bro. With the exception of Auburn and South Carolina, man, y'all can have y'all goddamn B team out there for the first goddamn 9 weeks.
Man.
You just listen. You just don't want it. You just don't want to admit it. Y'all got the Stars are listen, man. The Stars are lined up for listen. I had my doubts first about Georgia going 3-peat, but I'm looking at y'all schedule, bro. These motherfuckers got the Stars aligned in y'all favor, bro. And y'all got 2 tough games towards the end of the year. And that's Ole Miss and Tennessee, man. Y'all first 9 or 10 weeks, you can miss me with that, Mondo. Man, that's gonna be a little. I mean, y'all gonna have a little hiccups with South Carolina and Auburn. I give you that. But other than that, man, y'all first 9 weeks, man. Oh my God, I wish we had this schedule.
Well, the thing is, we ain't the same. We ain't the same as we were last year. We don't have that beast on the D line like we've had the last 3 to 4 years with.
You think they're gonna be? You think they're gonna be hungry after these back-to-back titles? I don't think y'all are gonna be hungry.
That's gonna be another issue right there. That's gonna be another complacency, and the fact that we're not the same on that D line. Are we good enough to stop people? Yes, but let's be honest. We don't have a Jordan Davis.
Y'all had an NFL defensive line last year, boy.
Exactly. Jordan Davis, but see, in all reality, and I know Georgia fans are getting a little ticked at me right now, but in all reality, Jordan Davis is not walking through that door. Okay? All right. Devontae Wyatt is not walking through that door. All right. Jalen Carter is not walking through that door. Big Bear Alexander is not walking through the doors of Athens. He's out there in Southern California right now. So I'm just being honest. I'm being totally honest. Yes, I'm a Georgia fan, but I'm not delusional. It's going to be a challenge. That South Carolina game week 3 is going to be a hell of a lot closer than the experts think. That Auburn game is going to come down to the last possession. It may come down to a field goal, or we may have to beat them, like we did Ohio State on a winning touchdown. Okay, it's going to be a challenge with South Carolina and Auburn. Now, moving forward, I think Florida will have we're going to start getting our running backs, players healthy, key players that we're going to be without the first half of the season. All right. Tennessee, that can go anyway. That can go either way. It's not a cakewalk this year because we're not the same as we've been for the last 3 or 4 years on the D line. We're not the same.
Hey, how's Kentucky this year?
I gotta see the quarterback play. I gotta see the quarterback. They're bringing back that entire squad on defense. And remember, that defense held us to 3. They held us to 3 goal line stands last year. That Kentucky defense, man, is no joke. They ain't no damn joke, bro. If that quarterback can come in and produce, man, Kentucky gonna be a problem. And that may be another game that Bama may have to worry about.
And y'all too, Armando, because y'all got them a week. Y'all got them a week after Auburn.
They always play us tough. That's what I'm saying, man. We got to go to Jordan Hare. We're going to get butchered up in Jordan Hare because Auburn and Jordan Hare, I don't know what the hell it is about that place, but that is a tough place to play in, man. If you are Bama, if you are Georgia, and if you are LSU, anything can happen on any given Saturday that you walk into Jordan Hare.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Big 12. How good are they? They got two new teams in there, Houston and what the other team in there now?
UCF,
UCF.
and that is my dark horse. Let me tell you something. Everybody talking about they want to hand it to Texas. Oh, Oklahoma done fell off. Well, we're gonna hand it to Texas. All right, be careful with that. Be careful with that, because let me tell you something. UCF is returning a lot of starters. Gus has hit that transfer portal, man. He picked up a couple of our guys out the transfer portal, man. He picked up a couple of Ohio State players out the transfer portal. He picked up a couple of guys from Clemson, man. He flipped a couple of guys from Miami, man. I'm telling you, do not be surprised, bro, if you see UCF. Ain't saying they're going to win the Big 12, but don't be surprised you see them in Dallas that first Saturday of December playing either Kansas State or playing Texas in the championship. I think TCU lost too much last year. Those receivers and the quarterback, I think they lost too much. I think you pay attention. Kansas State, Texas, my dark horse in the Big 12, UCF.
I got to agree with you on that. UCF, that was a big move for UCF, and although his record is showing what other conference he was in, but this going to be, because everybody was want to be so high on Oklahoma and Texas since this day last year in the Big 12. That could be they're going to be their downfall. You see what I'm saying? So UCF, Houston, then that last game Oklahoma got played Oklahoma State. They got Kansas State, which Kansas State in Manhattan, Kansas is tough to play. So that Big 12 going to be whoo. I feel sorry for them. But like I said, this year it gonna be. Don't be surprised a whole lot of upset this year. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised.
Well, I would. It wouldn't surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me at all, man. But I'm just saying, Russell Rowe, let me read his comment. He said, shout out Texas Longhorns finna run this college-ish. First, we gonna smash Bama this year. Then come to 2024 in the SEC and reckon we're gonna make a show. Let me put some respect on this. Hold on. Before you go in on them, Garrett. Let me put some respect on this super chat. Then I'm gonna yield the floor to you, brother.
Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation.
I'm gonna say this. Okay. The only reason why I'm giving, if this game was in November or October with Bama, there's no way in hell that I would even be entertaining this. Okay, but the fact that it's week 2, I don't give a damn about the fact that it's in Bryant-Denny. When you are not confident in your quarterback situation and you got to turn around, because let me tell you something, Middle Tennessee, playing them is one thing, but lining up and playing up against that Texas defense where you got them big 300, 400-pound defensive linemen, that's going to be like night and day. So, I think it'll be a close game. It's going to go either way. And I don't think it's going to be no blowout, Garrett. It's going to come down to a field goal.
No.
A winning field goal by Bama or Texas. That game is going to be 4 quarters. It's going to be a 15-round fight. Tell you.
It's going to be a good game for the first quarter.
Shit.
It's going to be a good game for the first. I'll do respect Russell Red. I don't know if you're the Russell Red from Jenkins Promoters. With these goddamn predictions, you talking about hey, y'all go smash up. First of all, you got to come to Tuscaloosa. You gotta goddamn come to Tuscaloosa, man. So hey,
Yeah, but
I like
Jalen
to,
Hurts ain't walking out that tunnel, man. Tua ain't walking out that tunnel. Mac Jones ain't walking out that tunnel, and Bryce Young damn sure ain't walking out that tunnel, man. So I
but
understand,
it's
man.
still Tuscaloosa though, baby. It's still Tuscaloosa, baby. Now I done been calm. I done been calm. Now y'all trying to get me hyped up now.
Look, man,
I'm calm. Matter of fact, let me goddamn.
You ain't walking that door either.
Hey, Armando, matter of fact, let me goddamn roll up one to calm my nerves, cause goddamn Russell Red, he goddamn fucking with my goddamn nerves right now, goddamn.
But like we said, if they haven't, like I said before, if they hadn't decided on a quarterback by week 2, Alabama ass in trouble.
No, I'm saying by Sunday. No, okay, not by this Sunday. Next Sunday. The day after the Middle Tennessee. If Nick Saban doesn't get in front of that podium with that Coca-Cola in front of him that he always had and announce to the world, hey, I'm rolling with Milroe. Hey, I'm rolling with Ty Simpson. Hey, I'm rolling with the young freshman. If he goes into that game, Garrett, still unsure about the quarterback situation, man, that is a recipe for disaster.
Hey man,
man.
Hey man, that man, look, man, Saban playing chess with y'all. Saban, that's what he wants y'all to think. We got a quarterback situation, man. We good, man. That's a chess. Listen, man, that's classic Saban.
That's
classic Saban, man. Now you see how y'all. Now y'all see how y'all. Go ahead.
Hold on, Garrett. Hey, Garrett. Armando, you know what that sounds like, right? He don't believe what he just said. He's not even sure what he just said. He don't even believe it.
Hey, the proof is in the pudding, baby. Look at the past 10, 11 years. Goddamn. See, one thing about y'all Bama haters. See, it's either we can listen. We can win. It's either championship. Huh?
I respect Bama. I'm just saying it's like this. Have I seen it done before? Yes. Urban Meyer did it with Braxton. With Barrett, and he did with Cardale Jones.
Well, Vegas and the mob was in that. Vegas and the mob was in that.
Yeah, he didn't let nobody know. Nobody knew who was going to be the starter until they came out the huddle and goddamn JT Barrett.
And that's how Nick Saban won it, man. This is
that was Urban Meyer. Nick Saban has never done that. Nick Saban don't move like that, bro. Nick Saban usually by now, man, he knows who his guy is gonna be.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Nick Saban don't move like that, bro.
But hell, now that can be a good thing. I mean, we got if one go down, we know we got another one that can fill his shoes. So I like quarterback controversies, especially when it's my team, because it can be a gift and a curse at the same time. But at the same time, it's like looking at 1A, 1 and 1A. If one get hurt and go down, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna be nothing for the other one to step up, to make it happen. So I like it. I like it to where it's a quarterback controversy, because we can, we got a better chance of with two quarterbacks than one.
But the other problem with that is you don't not know who the quarterback is. The receiver don't know who the quarterback is. The line don't know who the quarterback is, and the running back don't know who the quarterback is coming into that game.
So you mean to tell me Nick Saban ain't got them boys ready for either quarterback? The outside looking in, y'all the only one confused and goddamn shivering at the goddamn feet.
No. We gon' no. I ain't afraid of now one of the three. I'm not. They ain't now one of them. Ain't now one of them Bryce Young. On now one of them on the level Bryce Young.
Well, I mean, come on, we talking about Bryce Young though, baby. It's hard to play. It's hard to replace Bryce.
Look, ain't now one of them on Jalen Hurts level. Let's just keep it 100. Salute you, C. Viper, Darius Senior. But what I'm saying is, Garrett, as a Bama fan, that Sunday, because Nick does his press conferences around somewhere around maybe like 1 and 3 o'clock. It's next Sunday afternoon, not tomorrow, but next Sunday afternoon. He goes to that podium, bro, and if he's not able to name a starter, bro, as a Tide fan, bro, I'm talking about that Sunday going into that Texas game. You mean to tell me, bro, that would not cause any concern for you?
Not at
It's a
all,
tie.
man. Not at all, man. We talking about Saban, man. Yeah,
I
we
know
talking
that,
about
man.
Nick. We talking
But
about
Nick,
Nick at night, baby.
but look, Nick Saban
ain't going on that
never.
field. Nick ain't going on that field.
Hey,
Yeah,
we
Nick
talking about
Saban.
Nick be
Nick
standing
at
on the
night, baby.
sideline.
Yeah,
Hey man, look here, man. Nick
that man
Saban right
almost
now.
80 years old, man. Come
Hey,
on,
look here, man. Look here, man. Nick Saban right now twirling his goddamn thumbs together, man. We ain't worried about that shit, man. Y'all, we
Okay.
good, baby. We good, man.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
Hey,
so look, man. Nick Saban, hey, man. Nick Saban got the media and got all the goddamn other teams, man. They trying to worry about. Listen, it's good. It's that's a good thing, Armando, because you ain't gonna be able to prepare for both of them. You got to prepare for one. Now, what if you prepare for one and then the other one come out there?
If you don't know who's playing, you got to prepare. And they all three have different styles. I think the young kid, the freshman, is the closest thing that you could get to a tour. You know what I'm saying? Milroe kind of reminds me of Blake Sims, and Ty Simpson kind of reminds me of Jacob Coker. Jacob Coker wasn't no slouch either. Jacob Coker, I don't understand why he ain't in the NFL, because he was a damn solid quarterback for y'all.
Yeah. And then on top of that, it's not the media that you confuse. You confuse your own players because they don't know who's starting. Not that right there. And then you got the three quarterback like, oh, who gonna start? Who this right here? They got to prepare to be backup, whatever, and they don't know who's going to restart. So, this first game is basically a spring game.
Yep.
Per se.
Well, hell, looking at Georgia goddamn schedule, y'all first goddamn 9 games look like a spring game.
No, it ain't. South Carolina now. The spring. South Carolina.
You supposed to say that, Armando.
Remember. Remember, South Carolina beat the team that beat Bama last year, man. Only 2 teams beat Tennessee last year. That was Georgia and South Carolina. Tennessee beat y'all last year, and South Carolina beat the brakes off Tennessee, man. So I mean, Armando, come on, man. South Carolina ain't no slouch now. Who
your sleeper team this year, Armando? That ain't nobody talking about.
That ain't nobody. UCL. I'm telling you, man. UCL. Look, man. Look, man. Look. If they can do, listen, man. We talking about Gus Malzahn. All right, the man has been there before. All right. And out of all the coaches in the Big 12 right now, if you give me one game that I need to win, and out of all the coaches in the Big 12, bro, I would choose Gus out of all of them, include Mike Gundy, because Gus has won big games. Remember now, Gus is the only coach that has beaten Nick Saban. He put it like this: Gus has beaten Nick Saban more times than any other active coach right now. You got to remember that. So UCL is my dark horse team. Texas, look, they're not dark horse. They're not, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Texas went undefeated. But Texas, you listen, they got to watch out for UCL. They got to watch out for them, bro. Bama barely beat Texas last year. Don't get happy, player. And home field isn't safe, sir, because Johnny Manziel came in. Yep. Johnny Manziel came into Bama with Bama at number 1. They were untouchable. Everybody thought that Bama team was untouchable. That's when y'all had
where the hell Manziel at now? That's my
Clint Dixon and all them and all. I mean, man, he's
where the hell Manziel at now?
Man, he running helping his dad run that oil company.
Still popping pills.
he helping his dad. He helping his dad run that oil company and put y'all in a video game. No Derrick Henry to save y'all. That's another thing too, man. Y'all don't look, man. Y'all don't have no Najee Harris walking through that door. Ain't no Derrick Henry walking through that. You ain't got no closer this year.
Who you ain't walking through that door either?
Hell no.
Hey, but see that thing about Alabama haters, man.
Cooper, Jameis Williams, ain't nothing. Look, man. Look. That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't untouchable. Now,
No,
is it the
and I like
stars?
that. I
Is the
like that.
stars?
I like the college landscape is evening out. I didn't like us winning, all them championships. I mean, I liked it, but as a sports fan, I like to see the college field. It seems like it's starting to level out. If you know what I mean. And I like the competition. But it's either like y'all Bama haters, man. It's like we can have a 1 or a 2 loss season, and y'all just act like that's the end of like it's either championship or bust for us. We can't have a
Man,
good year with 2 losses
I
because you
respect
know why?
Bama.
Because we
Yeah.
didn't set the goddamn standards, man. We didn't set the goddamn standards. Now y'all all pissed off and mad. Y'all done got one little couple. I give Georgia, I give you props. But man, we still talking about Nick Saban here, baby. I keep telling you, this shit chess, not checkers, man. And I ain't worried about that shit. I ain't worried about Russell Red with them goddamn, them goddamn Texas,
Hold on. Speaking
them
of
Texas
Russell,
short horns.
hold on. Speaking of Russell Red, let me put some respect on him, man.
Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation.
And super chat, brothers. Appreciate this. Hey, man,
let me say
listen,
it right.
man.
Let me say it right quick. Respect to Tommy. Respect to Tommy from the Nile River. Hey, bro. He
Salute,
said Florida. He said Florida State gonna be a problem.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, they're gonna be a problem, man. Like I said earlier, Brand, they can drop that game against LSU as long as it's close. They can lose that game against it and still end up in the damn playoffs, bro.
Hey,
All they have to do is run the table the rest of the way.
Hey, Garrett. Tell me, highlight that last comment Tommy made. He said Bama favored by a lot of experts to win this chip called Saban a beast. So he giving y'all props now.
Yeah.
He giving y'all props now.
Well, I don't like when the media. I don't like when they start talking about us because we always drop the ball. I like it when they saying, "Oh,
That's
Bama
your
ain't
fault.
good as they." Yeah, it's our fault because, like I said, we didn't set the standards, man, by winning all these goddamn titles, man.
But I'm looking at this right here. In the SEC is the standard for all the other conference. Is the standard for all other conference, and that's why Texas, Oklahoma will come here. Think about it. How many teams do the SEC usually is vying for a playoff position? 2 or 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every year, and then the new 12-team format they're going to next year. Oh boy.
Yeah. Now this is why I was saying, like, okay, if this was 2024, Garrett, that LSU Florida State game, I ain't saying it wouldn't mean nothing, but either team could lose and they would still have a valid shot at the playoffs. Because let me tell you something. If last year was let's say if we had the 12-team playoff last year, do you know you would have had Georgia, Bama, and Tennessee all making the playoffs?
That would have been something. I think they need to go to an 8 playoff team.
No, well, I said 8. I've always said 8.
I've been saying that for years, though. I've been saying that for years.
But they said it would not change it unless they look. The committee, they were adamant about 12. Now this is the problem. Now you're gonna have a situation where you're gonna probably have the SEC runner up playing a Mountain West champion. You're gonna have the Big Ten. You're gonna have the Michigan Ohio State loser playing the damn Conference USA champion in the first round of playoff. You're gonna have some crazy matchups. And they're gonna have to do something, man.
But see, the reason why they're not doing it because they it's all about the money. They feel like that it's going to take away from the bowl games.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I think that's one of their fears. But I don't think it'll take away from the bowl games. I still think you can just have all the bowl games and then just have, after the bowl game, then have +2. for the playoffs. So I don't, I disagree with that part of it. They thinking that it'll take away from the bowl game. So I just disagree with that.
One thing I love about it is now we finally got something to watch on the week of Christmas. Thank God. Thank God, man.
Listen, Mondo, and it give me a break from all this goddamn YouTube beef shit, man. I need to goddamn relax, man. I need something to take my mind off these goddamn.
Oh yeah, look, man. Hey, look, after October, bro, they ain't even gonna see me. I'm gonna be on sports, bro. Sports.
Hey, you know what? Thomas just said what I was going to say. He said the playoff would be the bowl game, which is, think about it.
Not the first round.
Bowl game. Yeah.
Not the first round. Not the first round, because the first round is say if Bama lose in Atlanta. All right. They will host the first game in Tuscaloosa. The Christmas week. They'll host the first game, the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so shoot, next year next year going to be really kind of interesting.
Yeah,
it's going to be really kind of interesting.
Yeah, this will be the last year of college football as we know, as we grew up loving it and knowing it. Next year, it's going to look more like an NFL format.
Yeah, and where I see it is, you won't have to worry about losing more than one game next year, like you do this year.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. If this was 2024. LSU, Florida State, that would not be a must-win for either team. I'm not saying it wouldn't mean anything, but it would only mean something towards the seedings. Games like that early in the season, you're playing for seedings. The Florida State, LSU, looking at their schedule, if this was 2024, Garrett and D-True, if this was 2024, you could lose that game. Put it like this: LSU, Bama, Georgia, LSU, Bama, Georgia, and you could probably throw Texas in there. Could lose 3 games and possibly still ease their way into a 12-team playoff because of that brand, the power of that brand name.
Yeah, and Tony said he said 2 statements. He said last year with Oklahoma in the Big 12 with a crying emoji. Then he came back and said they're going to the SEC to get beat up on.
They better get a coach. They better get a coach, man. They better call Bob Stoops back or something. Bob Stoops ain't that old. Look, a lot of people don't realize this, man. They think Bob Stoops is an old man. Oh, Bob Stoops is not an old man. Bob Stoops, he retired like in his early 40s or something like that. Man, still got some. He's still kind of young, man. So if I'm Oklahoma, man, look, I'm telling, look, I don't give a damn if I have to pay him. I don't care if I have to pay him down. Man, who the highest paid right now? Who the highest paid right now? What? 12 million, 12 and a half. Kirby the highest paid right now. Man, I give that dude 13 to come back because he's won a national title. He's done it before. He knows how to build a program. He helped Steve Spurrier build that program down there in Florida. He built the program in Oklahoma. Man, look, I'm calling Bob Stoops back. Russell Rose says, man, appreciate that general super chat, brother. I'm not a Bama hater. I just love them horns more. And y'all got lucky last year with the Heisman Trophy QB. One thing about Texas, we keep an offense and defense. Oh, they got defense this year. They got defense. We deep. That's why Saban was crying this year about recruiting because Bama ain't getting all that talent no more. Let's go. Hold on. Let me put some respect on it, and I'm gonna let you rebut to it. Hold on, man. Hold on.
Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation.
Hold on, man. They are deep. Let me tell you something, Gary. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, man. Early September. Temperatures in the high 90s, bro. Okay, and you know how that Alabama weather get, bro. Ain't no trees, you ain't got no mountains, no wind blowing, bro. It's flat land, bro. So, man, let me tell you something, bro. It's gonna come down to a game of attrition, bro. And usually in that situation, bro, the deepest team ends up coming out on top. That's what I'm saying, bro. I will not be surprised if Texas go in there upset, man.
Well, you know what, man? I mean, Texas, that's their Super Bowl, you know, to beat Alabama. You know, they'll mess around and beat us, and they'll lose by 3 or 4 games the rest of the season. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I want Russell Red to set his goddamn sights a little higher. Just because you beat Bama, that don't mean you won the goddamn championship. And so every year they beat us. Go look at the rest of the season, what their record was. They don't really do much.
They haven't beaten Bama in over 40 years, if I'm not mistaken, man. The last time Texas beat Bama was January the 1st.
Wait a minute. So Manziel was with A&M.
1982. Yeah, that's A&M. That was A&M.
Okay. That was A&M. I was thinking Manziel with Texas. That's right.
Yeah, the Longhorns haven't beaten Bama since the Cotton Bowl, 1982 Cotton Bowl. That's the last time the Longhorns beat Bama.
Yeah. So you mean I was goddamn on my bicycle with training wheels the last time they beat us?
Yeah, that's the last time, man. Last time. Walter Lewis was y'all quarterback. Last time Texas beat.
Hey, Armando, and you know you were talking about South Carolina and Georgia. Tubman said that's gonna be a good game. He said he wouldn't be shocked. USC, University of South Carolina, not the Trojan, why not beat Georgia? That wouldn't be no shock to you either, would it?
No, it wouldn't. Like I said earlier, we are not the same on the D line. Let me repeat it again. All right, Devontae Wyatt is not walking through that door. Okay, Jalen Carter is not walking through that door. And Jason, I know you ghost watching, man. I know you got your hand on the wheel. Hey, man. Hey, it is what it is. Tony, I know you ghost watching. It is what it is, brother. I'm being totally honest, man. Listen, Jalen Carter ain't walking through that door. Jordan Davis ain't walking through that door, and Devontae Wyatt ain't walking through that door. Do I have confidence in Mims? Hell yes. Do I have confidence in the freshmen? Hell yes. Our linebackers, I think we have the best linebackers, man. I think between Jamon Dumas Johnson and Smile Munden, one of them could easily win the Butkus Award. All right. Yeah. But that's linebackers, man. Listen, if your D line is the weak link, teams can line up and run the ball on you, and that could be a problem against Auburn. That could be a problem against South Carolina. That could damn sure be a problem against Ole Miss and Shaq Sanders. You know, that's going to be a problem. I'm a Georgia fan. I love my dogs. All right. But listen, I'm not delusional. I'm not coming into this season saying, hey, we are the same as we were in 2021 and 2022. We ain't the same, bro.
And we all know the game is won in the trenches.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now our O-line is a beast, but that D-line, I don't know. Like I was trying to tell Jason the other week, man, I don't know about that D-line. I don't know. It's unknown. That I gotta see how they perform against that South Carolina O-line, because South Carolina got one of the biggest O-lines in the nation. They averaging like somewhere around 350 pounds. They got some big. They got some big. They O-line. Look, man. South Carolina O-line remind you of the Texas O-line. You know how Texas be having them big, tall ass, damn Dudes weighing 350 and 400 pounds on the damn D line, man. On the O line and the D line.
Motherfucker, eat
Where the
weights.
hell I don't know where the hell they be getting them dudes from, man.
But I'll tell you this, this is gonna be what they college football season that you'll be sitting back and like, damn, I ain't see that coming.
Man,
like,
listen.
Man,
I can give you my dark horse in every conference. My dark horse in the Big Ten. My dark horse in the Big Ten. People gonna think I'm crazy for saying this in Maryland because they look. They on the
crust. They on the crust.
Yes, sir. They've been knocking on the door, Garrett, for the last 2 years, man. And they took Ohio State and Michigan to the limit last year. I mean, down to the last 2-3 minutes of the football game, bro. So can't nobody tell me that Maryland ain't got it in them to upset one of them. All right. My dark horse in the ACC. My dark horse in the ACC would be.
You got a lot to choose from.
Man, North Carolina, because they got the best quarterback in the conference.
Yeah,
they got the best quarterback in the conference. My dark horse in the SEC is Auburn. All right, because they hit that transfer portal. Hugh Freeze has been there before. And listen, man, Auburn wasn't that bad last year. They lost a lot of close games. They lost a lot of close games last year. They weren't that bad. They weren't as bad as their record says. Okay, so Auburn is going to be a problem. In the Big 12, definitely it's going to be UCF as my dark horse. And in the Pac-12, my dark horse is Washington. That's my dark horse.
I think another thing, Armando, I think if LSU can beat if they beat Florida State, with ease, the SEC better look out. And I think that first game is gonna be the litmus test for LSU. And I think they're gonna if they beat them handily, if they beat them easy, I think they're gonna I think LSU gonna be something to deal with for the rest of the year, because that first game is gonna be telling.
Okay, and I got that is very interesting what Thomas said. Florida losing to Utah Thursday night. What y'all think about that?
Florida Gators lose to Utah.
Florida. Let me tell you something. Florida is going to be just like Auburn. If I had to pick a second dark horse, it would be Florida. This is the reason why. They had a hell of a better recruiting year. All right, Napier is no slouch. He's another Saban disciple. He knows how to run a program. They hit the transfer portal pretty hard this year, harder than they've done in a while. All right, so they're going to be much improved. Now, will they beat Utah? I don't know if they have enough, because they got to go down to Salt Lake City and play that game. But don't be surprised now. Don't be surprised if Florida upset Tennessee. That last week in September. That last week in September. Don't be surprised if Florida upset Tennessee.
No, that wouldn't be surprising to me. Well, I say my dark horse team. I go with I'll say Washington.
You talking about for the whole? You talking about for the whole thing, to win the whole thing?
Well, I think they'll be. It's gonna come down to them in USC. I think they play the 10th week. I really want to see that matchup with USC and Washington, and I think whoever wins that game is they're going to be in the playoffs and contending for the title.
My dark horse is Texas. If Texas go into T-Town and either A, beat them, or B, lose in a close game, I mean a close 15-round fight, man, that's my dark horse. Because if they can hang with the Tide in Tuscaloosa and Brian Denny, bro, there's no doubt in my mind, man, they can whoop anybody's ass in that Big 12. Ain't no doubt in my mind they can do that.
Oh yeah, and you can't leave out North Carolina. You said North Carolina, right? Look at the quarterback.
ACC.
What quarterback they talking about?
The Heisman candidate.
Drake May.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Drake
boy.
May. Yeah.
Ooh, he's a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah, the Falcons are already looking at him. The Falcons are already looking at him. You know he a beast. Yeah. Arthur Blank already looking at him. Shoot.
229 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And what is 6 foot something?
Yep.
But see, the thing about Florida, they kind of
6'4".
like Auburn to me. Florida, now see, Florida will mess around and lose that game to Utah, and they'll fuck around and beat somebody like a LSU.
Yeah.
So they unpredictable, just like Auburn to me.
But Utah is not no joke.
Yeah. They ain't no joke, man, but their defense is not gonna be as good as it was last year.
No.
You gotta have a defense if you want to play a SEC team. You just got to. You got to. Because you don't and the SEC team would just line up and say sweep left and sweep right.
But you know what I mean? But when last time Florida actually had a defense?
It's been a minute, but they always
2019 with Grenard. Yeah. They had a defense that year. But you know what? I'm gonna say this though. I've been watching them because that's our hated rival. That's the team we hate. So we watch Florida. No matter, I don't give a damn. They go 0-12. We still watching to see what they're working with. Listen, man. I'm not listening. I tell every Georgia fan, look, I'm not sleeping on them. I'm not sleeping on Florida this year. I'm not.
You might well say, although the game is halfway between Athens and Gainesville, that practically is a de facto home game for Florida.
That is because Gainesville is only 45 minutes from Jacksonville, where it's it's like 4.5 hours from damn Athens. That ain't no neutral. That ain't no real neutral site. That's why I don't.
Site.
No, but see, this is. But I'm gonna tell everybody because other people from other fan bases keep asking me, why don't y'all move the game to Atlanta or go home and home? Here's why. South Georgia, that is Bulldog territory. South Georgia down about a border, about Valdalia, Valdosta, and all of that. Columbus, all of that. No, not Columbus, man. That's Auburn territory there. That's Auburn. We can't claim that. That's Auburn territory.
Hey, well, you know what? It was back. See, I'm thinking back when I was in Fort Benning back in 95 to 97.
Man,
that's all I used to hear down there.
Man, I'm going all the way back to the 80s, man. Cause look, let me tell you something. That's blue and orange, man. Because when we growing up down in East Alabama, man, we caught the Columbus TV stations, bro, and they would show the Pat Dye show, the Sonny Smith show. Man, you had to watch the Atlanta channels to get the Vince Dooley show.
Yep. hey, you know the highway that runs.
Columbus is close to Auburn too, man.
Where it's right next door to Phoenix City. It's like East Point and College Park, man, right next door to each other.
You brought some memory back. You said Phoenix City, boy, crossing over that bridge, boy.
Crossing over that damn bridge,
95, 97 Mondo, boy. I had some times in Phoenix City, boy. Let me tell you.
Don't forget about Smith Station down there, and that one road, that main road. Leave out of Columbus. Go all the way. It goes all the way to
Victory Drive.
Yeah, go all the way to Auburn.
Yeah, Victory Drive. Hey, Garrett, did you ever hit City Lights?
City Lights and Chocolate City. It was Chocolate City back then. And Foxy Ladies.
and that club, bro, the Golden Knights, man. That joke, man.
Listen, look. Do you remember that club they had in I think it was off Exit 2. I think it was off St. Mary Road. I think it was called F&W Control Tower. F&W.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the mid-90s there. That was a nice little spot too. That's when boy, look here, man. Hey, when I got to Georgia, man, in 95, when I got to Fort Benning, man, boy, I'm telling you, my goddamn coochie rate went up. Boy, look here, boy, that goddamn Georgia, man. Look here, man. I went to Germany when I left Georgia in 97. I did not want to leave. They put me on orders to go over there. I had to go to Germany, but man, I miss Columbus, man. I used to go to Free Nigga Mondo, man. This how them polices is down there. Where then they used to have a sign up saying they'll be like, okay, a roadblock, the next mile. So you had motherfucker, that was before I was smoking. So you had motherfucker jumping off the exit, and that's where the goddamn roadblock was. And I kept straight and beat the roadblock. So that's the type of game they used to play down there, man. But man, Columbus, man, Phoenix State. Oh my God, man, them were the days.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. On a Sunday afternoon, man, in Columbus around Victory Drive and over there, the early part of the day on Sunday, everybody hit Victory Drive. Then toward the evening, you go over there to Baker Village. Man, that was like
Baker Village, man. You know, man, what you know about Baker Village,
man? Look, man. Look, let me tell you something. Hey, look, man. Hey, man, look. That was the hangout on Sunday, man. That is, look, man. Freaknik, that was Freaknik before Freaknik ever came to Atlanta.
Goddamn right. Goddamn Baker Village, man.
Yes, Tommy. As every Saturday morning, then we're gonna have a post-game show, and he said, and Tommy said, "Don't sleep on Ohio State either."
Here's the problem with Ohio State, and then we're gonna get ready to get on up out of here. Here's the problem with Ohio State. All right,
defense ain't what it used to be.
They lost. They lost a couple of pieces on defense. We don't same situation with Ohio State. We don't know about the quarterback. All right. They have a hellified running game. They have a hellified receiving core. All right. But we don't know about the quarterback. We don't know about the defense. And that schedule is kind of brutal. They got to go to South Bend. They got to go to Ann Arbor. And then they got Penn State, man. That's a brutal damn. Can they go undefeated? Hell yeah, they can.
They gonna have to get past Penn State. Is gonna be that bump in the road for them.
I'm looking at them as a contender. I'm not really looking at them as a dark horse. I'm looking at them as a contender. You know, when I mean dark horse, I mean a team that like nobody is talking about.
Yeah,
and that's UCF. Yep. That's Texas. That's Washington, and that's North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree.
Now, if the ball, now listen now, if Notre Dame can figure out if they beat Ohio State and get past Clemson, Notre Dame go undefeated, and you know that's an automatic spot right there. Yeah, if Notre Dame go undefeated, I don't give a damn.
And I hate that shit.
They love, man, it's been like this, man, for over 50, 60 years. They love Notre Dame, man. I'm telling you, they will listen. They don't give a damn what's going on in the SEC, bro. Alabama and Georgia can go into that game in Atlanta undefeated. If Notre Dame is standing there undefeated, bro, at the end of the year, and Bama and Georgia both undefeated going in Atlanta, the loser gonna be left out. The loser gonna be left out.
And you know what? And whoever played Notre Dame gonna slap their ass all over the field,
just like when
goddamn,
all up and down the damn
just like
field,
when that
bro.
goddamn what was that linebacker name that was it
Mantateo.
Yeah, they were hyping his ass up. Boy, that boy got the New Orleans boy and seeing that goddamn SEC pop. Boy, that boy didn't know what to do. I don't think he had 2 tackles the whole goddamn night.
No, that was y'all had him in Miami that night. Remember, y'all had his ass in the Orange Bowl that night.
Okay, wait, I thought that was in New Orleans.
No,
I thought that
man,
was
you thinking about Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. Yeah. When y'all went down there, y'all went down there and shut LSU out in that national championship game.
Oh yeah, because that was the year. They had beat us early that year, and they was mad that they had to play us again.
Let me tell you something. Out of all the teams that didn't win a national title, man, that was one of the best. I have to put them up there with that 05 USC teams. That 05 USC team and that 2011 LSU team.
You talking about with Glenn Dorsey? No, Glenn Dorsey was gone.
Because Dorsey was gone.
06. I think it
was Matthew Peterson.
Boy, that was
Odell Beckham Jr., bro. If it wasn't for Bama,
them was some bad motherfuckers, boy.
Hell yeah. If it wasn't for Bama man, that would have been the best LSU team ever.
Listen, they still won the championship. They lost 2 games that year and still won the national title. You remember when Glenn Dorsey was there? I think that was his last year.
That was a different team. That was like 4 or 5 years early. I'm talking about that 2011 team with Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis. What's in that? Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry, the Honey Badger, Patrick Peterson. Hell yeah, he was there, man. Yeah, Terrence Tolliver. Man, they had a squad there, man.
Was Chase there, the receiver? Or no, that was years later.
Man. Chase was in damn middle school.
But when you just mentioned Patrick Peterson, I just look at how many times him and Julio went against each other. And we got NFL.
Let me tell you something.
That NFL. You know where I'm going, don't you? You know where I'm finna go with this.
Hold on. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Hold on. Let me say this, and I'm gonna close it out on this note. Ain't nobody else ever did that to Patrick Peterson but Julio.
Hey, I'm trying to get
that boy came down. That boy from goddamn Foley, goddamn it. That deep goddamn South.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out what made it in his mind to talk shit about Julio for the game.
Man, I don't even know, man. That's career suicide. You talking crap. Let me tell you.
That's the type of game where the goddamn defensive coordinator goddamn lose his job. How he did goddamn.
Exactly. If you talk crap, it's a couple of players you don't talk crap to before a game. You don't talk crap when it comes to baseball. You don't talk shit to Derek Jeter before a game. When it comes to basketball, you don't talk shit to LeBron. You don't talk shit to Jordan. All right.
No. Scratch LeBron out of that goddamn Armando. You scratch his ass up out of there.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Don't get me started. Hey, that's gonna take a whole nother show for us to goddamn get on his ass.
I'm gonna tell you why, man. Anytime, man, somebody pissed LeBron off, man, that dude came out there on another level. Remember that 2016 finals
when
Draymond called LeBron soft?
Oh,
when Draymond called, they were down 3 games to 1. Man, LeBron turned into a beast.
And he went up there to Boston. That must game, I think it was 3-2. He went to Boston, hit like 44, 45.
Hell yeah, when Paul Pierce, man, was embarrassing him, he could never get past Paul Pierce. Man, look, they called LeBron soft. Man, LeBron went up there for that game 5 and wore their asses out.
I'll tell you another person you don't talk shit. You shouldn't have talked shit to
Kobe.
Hey, Lawrence Taylor.
Man, hell, that was career suicide.
I'm telling you another player nobody actually talked about. Don't talk shit to Larry Bird. Larry Bird will kill you.
Oh yeah. Man,
he did what he gonna do before he did it. And
he had a lot of help around him, dude. Y'all, now you gotta remember he had he had Robert Parrish, he had motherfucking listen, and I'm gonna tell you something. That goddamn what was that power forward name that Kevin McHale. Now if listen, besides Tim Duncan, I think Kevin McHale was the best at that 4 position in NBA history. Other than goddamn Tim Duncan, Kevin McHale, he was a fucking force. And so Larry Bird had some Hall of Famers around him now, but the Larry Bird, he was a beast too.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, man. There were times in the playoffs, like in the playoffs and in the finals, man, where Larry Bird had to carry them, bro. Just like Jordan had to carry the Bulls. But listen, on to football. Players you don't talk shit to. You don't talk shit to Tom Brady. Don't do it. Don't talk shit to Tom Brady. Listen. You don't talk shit to Lawrence Taylor before a game. You don't talk shit to Jerry Rice before a game. All right. You don't talk shit to Richard Sherman before a game.
Randy Moss.
You don't talk shit to him before a game. And
that nigga used to torture my Cowboys every goddamn year. They passed up on him.
Exactly.
They passed up on Randy Moss.
Exactly, and you don't talk shit to Julio Jones. Julio Jones will embarrass the hell out of you, man.
He had what? Over 400-yard receiving that day?
Man, he embarrassed the hell out of Patrick Peterson that day, man. He did that man wrong, bro. He did that man too wrong, bro.
hey, Matt Rice said, okay, Julio, Go ahead and do your thing. And see, like, hey, he wanted by himself. So guess what? You got to buy himself, and Matt Ryan make you pay, and Julio make you pay for it. And how many touchdowns did he have that game? About 3 or 4?
About 4. Then he had 4 catching, and he ran a reverse for one. Man, Julio took over that game, man.
I seen Julio when he came to an Alabama game. I think that was that LSU game I went to see, and I seen him there. He was a senior in high school, and man, I didn't think he was gonna pan out the way he did, because man, that dude was so small, man. Man, Julio about 6'3", 6'4", man, like 165, one. So he was a little bitty joker, but yeah, when he put that weight on, he beefed up a little bit. Yeah, it was
over
on.
now. Yeah,
it was on.
Hey, Tommy, I got a question. Who's your college football team, Tommy?
Oh, I think it look like ain't he a Gator fan?
Nah, that ain't a Gator fan. I don't think he's a Gator fan. But
Florida State, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Florida State beat LSU in that first game, man. Look, man, the Stars. You talking about the Stars line for Georgia? No, the Stars line for Florida State. Because see, Florida State. Listen, man. Florida State can beat LSU, lose to Clemson, get to Charlotte in December in the ACC championship game, and beat Clemson, and probably end up with a 2 seed in the playoff.
Yeah, but I'm not sold on Florida State, and one of the facts, because my brother love them, so I hope they lose every game because of him. Because I always gotta hear. Listen, I gotta hear his mouth every goddamn week, and so I'm not too sold on Florida State. I gotta see. Yeah, I gotta see how they go against LSU.
Well, one thing's for sure. Hey, man, this is going to be a season. We got some good games. Man, look, listen, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I know I talk a lot of shit about my dogs, man, but this has got to be the first year since.
You're supposed to.
Listen, this got to be the first year probably since 20. Man, I got to go all the way back maybe to like 2010. Yeah, I just was not sure about a clear-cut favorite to win a national championship.
Yeah, because it's wide open. It's wide open. Do
I feel good about my dogs? Yes, but I am honest with myself when I say we are not the same up front. So it's not like going in last year. I knew we were the best. The year before that, I knew we were the best, but I was nervous about Bama, but I knew we were the best. I said this. I said, we can get Bama in another venue other than that damn janky ass Mercedes-Benz stadium. We can beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a game I want y'all to predict to win. South Carolina State and Jackson State. Who y'all taking to win that ball game?
I'll take Jackson State. I'll take Jack because I think they're gonna be I think they're gonna be out to prove some being the fact that Prime is gone. So I'll take Jackson State in a close one.
I take a Jackson State too because I think you're right, they out to prove something that we don't need Deion to win.
It ain't so much about Deion, fellows. The reason why I'm going to roll with South Carolina State is because Jacksonville, remember, man, they had a lot of transfers. And a lot of guys, and you got to pay attention to that. Most of them follow Deion, and then a lot of the other ones left and went elsewhere. So they had a lot of transfers, so they had to. It's like they're going to have to do a plug and play where South Carolina State is pretty much established, and they're just reload. So I'm going with who are they? The Jaguars, South Carolina State Jaguars.
I think they are, but hold on.
No, that's Southern University. Southern is the Jaguars.
It's the MEAC plus the SWAC. That's what this is.
Yeah, man. The MEAC, the MEAC is like the SEC West, bro. They're a juggernaut, man. They're a damn juggernaut, bro. Come on. I mean, they hard to beat, man. So I'm rolling with South Carolina State, man, in that one, man. Look, my heart is with Jackson State, man, but my mind telling me to roll with South Carolina State. Sick'em Dog said he wanted Vanderbilt.
They the Bulldogs.
Okay,
Bulldogs.
Yeah, I got to roll South Carolina State Bulldogs, for real. Yeah, it just
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Jackson State. I went there for one semester, man, and hey, look here, man. I went there after high school. Look, I told my mom and them, I said, look, y'all wasting y'all money. I'm going to the military. Cause man, look at here. I got to Jackson, Mississippi. Lord have mercy, man. When I tell you every night was the goddamn party, and I'm telling you, Monday through goddamn Sunday, boy, I tell you, they had the name of the game, they had the goddamn strip. And boy, I ain't know Jackson had that many black people. I ain't never seen, coming from a little small country town, man. When I got to Jackson State, I ain't never seen that many black people like in one area, man. So Jackson, I always, feel like home to me. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with them Tigers, baby. I'm gonna roll with the Tigers and the Sonic Boom. But if we don't win the game, goddamn it, we gonna win the halftime show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Cause that band, that damn South Carolina State band is hell. I enjoy watching them play.
Yeah, really. I wanted to go have the better of the band again this year.
I thought they had it every year. Last time I checked.
Yeah, boy, it'd be off the chain, bro. That'd be off the chain every year. It'd be off the chain every year. And
hold on. Let me read this last comment from Sick'em. Sick'em said, Armando, I wanted Vanderbilt to start instead of Beck. Hey, listen, don't be surprised if you see a situation where if Beck, like, remember 2020 when DeJuan Mathis was named the starter and he didn't, he couldn't cut the mustard, and in comes Stetson Bennett and the rest is history. So don't be surprised. And the fact that we are thin at running back now with those injuries, don't be surprised if Kirby don't turn to Vandergriff, because Vandergriff is mobile. He gives you both. He can beat you with his arm and his legs. Where Beck just beat you with his arm.
Yeah. Well, fellas, I guess it ain't nothing but thing to do with wait for
wait for that Navy Notre Dame game, man, because I'm gonna watch this the rest of this Maynard Jackson Mays High School game, bro. They battling.
Hey, Armando, one last question, man, for you guys before I get out of here. What are y'all more intrigued about the college football season this year, or are you more intrigued about the NFL?
Both. Both. Because the NFL is gonna be wide open, man. You have no idea who's gonna. Now, I will say, if I had to pick a favorite, I would pick the Eagles because they're coming with a defense, and the chemistry on that team is gonna be better than any other team in the league.
Yeah,
but you know what? Yeah, that's cliche, Armando. But it just seems like, man, and it's hard to get back to the Super Bowl. I just feel like it's just going. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like they ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? Because of not because of the team and what they got, because of NFL history. It seems like, when a team get there and they so close to winning, and they come back next year, and a lot of time they don't even make the playoffs because it's hard as fuck to get to the Super Bowl. So I wouldn't pick the Eagles this year. I think they'll make the playoffs. They too good of a football team not to, but bar injury. But if I had to, pick them, I wouldn't pick them to go to the Super Bowl this year because of because of NFL history and how teams normally do. After being so close that year and coming back next year and don't even, a lot of times they don't even make the playoffs. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes open on the Eagles.
I'll give you a dark horse though. Now, the dark horse may be even more dangerous than the Eagles. And y'all, too, may not want to hear my dark horse team.
Them goddamn Jets.
Nope. Come down south. Y'all, too, may not want to hear my dark horse team.
Don't say New Orleans. If you say New Orleans, I'm finna jump out this goddamn window. Okay.
Not the Saints. But a lot of people A lot of people may not
Tampa
want to
Bay.
hear this. No, not Tampa Bay. This may be the year
The Falcons.
that the team may not. It may not be an accident waiting to happen. Finally, them damn Dallas Cowboys. That's my dark horse.
Oh,
That's my
Man,
dark
look, hey,
horse.
look. Well, I tell you, this my take on that, Armando. Ever since, goddamn, and I ain't got over this since. Ever since Jerry Jones let go Jimmy Johnson when we went back to back Super Bowl because they couldn't put their egos aside. They want to say who got Irvin there, who got Emmett, who got Aikman. We ain't been the same ever since Jerry Jones made that brutal mistake of letting Jimmy Johnson go, man. So and I've been saying this for 3 decades. Until Jerry Jones get his ass out the way, general manager, we ain't gonna be shit, man. We just man, it's just it's frustrating.
The reason why I'm saying Dallas is a serious dark horse because Dak is coming in with a chip on his shoulder. You got a hellified squad. The talent is there. The talent been there for the last 2 years.
It's there every year.
The talent is there, and remember, a lot of people keep forgetting this. Mike McCarthy has won a Super Bowl before. He's been there before. So if I'm gonna put my money, if I'm gonna put my money on a team, on a situation, a coach that's capable of taking my team to a Super Bowl, it would be somebody like Mike McCarthy because he's done it before. And really, honestly, he should have 2 Super Bowl titles. That when he won in 2010, and they left one on the table in 2011 when they let the Giants gave up that damn lucky ass Hail Mary to the Giants.
Yeah. I agree with you, Russell Red. Miami, if I had to pick a dark horse team, I agree with Russell Red on Miami, them Dolphins. With Tyreek Hill down there.
This is the problem. This is the problem with the Dolphins, man. Buffalo. You ain't winning. Look, man, you ain't winning no damn playoff game in the middle of January in no damn Buffalo. Buffalo gonna get home field advantage, and that's the problem Miami gonna have.
Yeah, and Thomas said that the Jets gonna beat the hell out of Buffalo.
And that could be another problem. If the Jets, or hell, it get cold up there in New York in the middle of January. So
Aaron Rodgers there too.
Hell yeah. And if the Jets or Buffalo, if the Jets or Buffalo win that division, and it's a situation where Miami got to travel in the first round or in the wild card or in the divisional round and play in the middle of January, they got to go to Buffalo or go to damn New York.
What's that quarterback for Buffalo name? What's that big boy name? The quarterback.
Josh Allen. Allen.
Hey, that boy getting better every year, man.
Every year he getting better and better.
And
better every year.
He big and mobile.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, fellas. Get ready to get on up. It's been fun. We're gonna do this every Saturday. Now, normally we would do a post-game show, Garrett, on Saturday night, but we ain't gonna do one this Saturday, man, because these some weak games this weekend. But next week we're gonna do a pick'em show. This coming week we're gonna do a pick'em show. D-Troop, you gotta let me know when you want to do these picks. If you want to do it on a Thursday, if you're gonna do it on a Wednesday.
We're gonna do it on Wednesday night because Wednesday night, this coming Wednesday, cause there's gonna be some Thursday games and Friday games.
Okay, so we'll do the pick'em show on Wednesday, and then we'll do the kickoff show on Saturday morning, and then that Saturday night. That man, Gary, you think we chopping it up on the morning show? The post game show. The post game show be off the chain. You have no idea, man.
Hey,
look,
y'all boys got me want to come up with a goddamn a button up and a tie on. Goddamn, I feel important. God, I might come up with a suit. Goddamn, get ready.
Hey, Gary. Another thing is, we might toot our horn about our own team, but guess what?
We keep it down the middle. We keep it down the middle.
We ain't like them or like ESPN them. Hey, we don't cut our team. They fuck
Yeah,
up. We call them out. We call them out.
Hey,
so
hey, hey,
y'all ain't like them delusional goddamn Saints fans, goddamn it. And to a
no,
point,
hell no.
Cowboy, we got some delusional Cowboy fan too. So
Hey, and
but
look, check this,
I'm not
but
one of
y'all
them.
good. Yeah, y'all got a right, a reason to brag. Here, y'all damn good. It's just that, it just y'all been running to some bad luck,
We
man.
always get it. We
49ers,
always
man.
get in our own way, man. We always get in our own way, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I just feel like we can't shake that when we lost in what's my boy name? When we lost in Green Bay,
Yeah,
when he
when
caught the
y'all
ball.
didn't lose, y'all got screwed over.
Yeah,
Y'all didn't
When
lose that
he
game.
caught the
Y'all got
ball
screwed
and
over.
goddamn and took 3 steps. You know what I mean?
Y'all got robbed.
Yeah,
Y'all got robbed that day, and that
we
was a
ain't
damn shame.
we ain't been able to shake that goddamn funk off us yet, man. So
They did not want Dallas in it that year. They wanted Aaron Rodgers. They wanted Aaron Rodgers in Seattle in the NFC Championship game. They didn't want that. That was politics, bro. That was
Yeah.
politics.
And Seattle went on to win that year, huh?
No, they lost in the Super Bowl to New England. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying, man. If Dallas would have got past,
Oh, that was that
Bay,
year. That was that year. They was on the 1 yard line.
yeah,
He threw a pass.
You know what? Now you can't tell me, and you can't tell me on 1st and goal you got the best motherfucker. They ain't want Marshawn Lynch to win that. I think
Yeah,
they was
MVP.
blackballing him. That shit was so
Yeah.
dumb to me, bro. Like you
Pete
can't tell me
Carroll.
Vegas and got down the mob didn't have their hand in that game.
And now I think that was Pete Carroll. That was Pete Carroll and that damn owner. That was their BS there. They wanted Russell Wilson. They didn't put it like this. When your quarterback, think about it now. When you got a quarterback and his contract is coming up, all right. You can't have the running back being a bigger celebrity on the team than the damn quarterback. So it was a lot that I'm reading into that. Okay, so you got the best running back, arguably the best running back in the NFL, in your backfield.
And he was at his peak then.
Yes, Beast Mode was at his peak then, and you don't turn around and hand the ball off to him. You throwing some dumbass pass across the middle.
I would have gave him the ball all 4 times. If you can't get 1 yard on 4 tries, goddamn it, we don't deserve to win. He would have got that motherfucker 4 times.
Hey, Gary Armando, don't forget about this. He didn't talk to the media hardly, and that's another reason why.
That's another reason why they didn't like him. They wanted, they wanted that pretty boy Hazelite. You know what I'm saying? LB sure looking ass. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what they put it like this, man.
He was a KB of NFL. That motherfucker didn't want to hear none of that bullshit they talking about.
Like look. Basically, you know how what they doing with Patrick Mahomes right now.
Yeah.
They were trying to do that with Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They were trying to make him the face of the NFL.
And they wanted to show Beast Mode that they didn't need him. That was an ego
exactly.
That Pete Carroll was doing.
And it backfired on him.
Mm-hmm.
And think about it, he and Marshawn Lynch got him down there. If that's the case, you didn't want to give it to your line. You should have. They should just let. Hey, Russell, you got to get us down there.
Man, we talking about a first and man. We're talking about a 1st and goal play, man. I mean, 1st and goal, man. I mean, who does that, bro?
I would look. If you don't want to hand it to damn Beast Mode, hand it to Turbin. You had Turbin in the backfield. I would if you don't want to give it to the Marshawn Lynch, at least either A, hand it to Turbin, or B, let Russell Wilson bootleg and let Russell Wilson run that damn thing on in the end zone.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. You don't pass on no 1st and goal, man.
Not across no damn middle.
No.
Not across no damn middle. Hell no.
A slant.
I ain't throwing no damn slant on no goal line. I'm gonna throw on the goal line. I'm gonna throw a goddamn back shoulder fade or something like that.
Hey, my man, that boy could have caught that ball with his eyes closed. It came right. It hit him dead in the numbers.
Man, that dude. Man, that dude was from the practice squad. Man, how the hell you gonna put the Super Bowl in the hands of a dude that's been on the practice squad most of the season? Man, come on, man.
Well, hey, well, this been fun.
Yeah, man, this has been a fun kickoff show right here, bro. This is the way you kick off a college football season right here, bro. This is how you kick off a college football
think about it. It might not have been that many people in the chat, but look how many people will watch. Over 100 some people watching.
Hey, Russell Red, I've been a Cowboy fan since Danny White was the quarterback. when Danny White was the quarterback in early, I had a Cowboy bicycle. My mama was a Cowboy fan. We only had 2 channels back then, and you only can pick up the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Cowboys. So, and I damn sure ain't no Steeler fan. So goddamn, watch your mouth, Russell Red. I've been a goddamn Cowboy fan since I was 5 years old.
They got done, Danny White, man. That Danny White crushed our dreams. That was the first heartbreak sports event that I ever experienced in my life as a kid. When we had Dallas down by 3 touchdowns in the playoffs, Danny White came in that fourth quarter, bro, and he turned into Roger Staubach. That dude came, him and Drew Pearson, man, them dudes, we couldn't stop them. We had no answer for them. They came back and won the damn game. And we was at home in that playoff game. I'll never forget that, bro. Look, man, that was the first time I ever cried over a damn football game. For real.
Man, y'all remember that big joker they had in Kansas City with that Christian Okoye and Barry Word? Y'all remember them 2 big running backs they had? Man, Okoye, that was a motherfucking beast. Yeah, he was them two and Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen. I say them like the top 2, 1-2 punch, in NFL history. They were the best I seen do it. Them 2 sets of running back. Barry Word,
and Steve Atwater put something on Christian Okoye ass on one Monday night. You remember that? Steve Atwater put something on his ass.
Look, hey, Steve, I want to say it might be a failure, but I'm not. And hit the mess out of that mother.
He got a couple of people, man. He got Okoye. He got who that other dude he got? Damn, who that other running back he got? That other running back he got. God damn. He got who that other running back he got? He lit his ass up.
Man, that damn Atwater lit a lot of motherfuckers up.
Icken Woods. Woods. He lit Icken Woods' ass up on the Monday night.
With Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Hey man, I used to hate that goddamn Icky Shuffle. I hated it then, and I hate that shit now. It takes too much goddamn time to do that shit.
Man, look, you know who cost Cincinnati that game? That Super Bowl. I'm gonna say, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. You know who cost him that game, man? That damn
that running back that dropped the ball at the 1 yard line, or was that Cleveland?
Hell no, that defensive end, man, that didn't show up for the game. That nigga was in a hotel room smoking crack, man. Wait a minute. Gary know what I'm talking about.
Wait a minute.
Listen, Armando, but back then, boy, they was starting coke like them players smoke weed now.
Man,
it wasn't nothing for them to hit them a goddamn 3, 4, 5 lines before the game.
Man, but how the hell you miss a Super Bowl, man? Come on, man. Super Bowl, man, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity, man.
He got a hold of him a good piece of pussy. Motherfucker hit them lines, he was out.
But thank you. How you miss the Super Bowl and you got a roommate that's in there with you?
Hey, man, that was look, man. The roommate had left and went to the stadium, bro. He was warming up and everything. They asking the roommate where the guy was, man. That dude, man, was in the hotel. Remember that game was in Miami. That dude was in a hotel, man. Had 3 women in the hotel with him. He had crack everywhere.
that motherfucker thought he was. So listen. So he did it before Michael Irvin did it.
Hey, check this out. Hey,
Oh,
Mondo,
damn, man.
the
Yeah.
Davis County and Mays game. You know what the temperature on that field is right now? 140 degrees.
Shit.
Kiss my ass.
You know they got them. What's them joints,
The
man?
fans.
Where you can plug
The
up.
fans. They got the big ass.
They got them Oscar Lane fans and those Arctic Air. You know they plug up. They come in different sizes. They got one that can fit on your desk.
Water. It be shooting water out at you.
Well, no, you got to put water in it, and it blow out cold ass air. I got one for my desk, but they got one the size of a damn size of a big screen TV, like the size of an 82 inch TV, and it blows out like a window unit air conditioner, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, man, they got some modern technology, bro. They got some stuff now, man. For real.
Damn. Walter beat Brookwood like a motherfucker last night, didn't he?
Who?
Look like Brookwood. Look like
Man, you must have read that wrong. You must have read that wrong, man. Brookwood ain't taking no air whipping like that.
Walter? Unless it's an old game I'm watching. They got to be 63 to 15. Final.
Man, they need to fire that damn coach, man, for real. Man, that's what I'm saying, man. That dude, he'll be. Let me tell you what pissed me off. Let me tell you what pissed me off about Brookwood, man. They do that shit every year. They'll go beat a team they ain't got no business beat. They'll go beat Grayson. They'll go beat Parkview. But then turn around and lose the damn South Gwinnett or Archer or somebody they ain't got no damn business losing to, man. Come on, man.
Shoot.
Like the first week.
Don't feel too bad. Don't feel too bad. Rome beat Lithonia 56-8.
Look, they beat Lithonia. Sorry, but look, man, they beat the break. How you beat the brakes off McKeecher in week 1, and then you turn around and get beat like that by damn Walter? Come on, man. I don't understand it.
Look, I had to wait till it stroll across the screen again to make sure what I saw. How the hell you get beat by 48 points?
Man, they need to get rid of that, man. They need to bring in a real coach for Brookwood. There's too much damn talent in the area, man, to be down losing. Man, come on, he the Mark Rick of high school football. I hate to say it. He the Mark Rick of high school football. Losing games that he shouldn't be damn losing, bro. I'm telling you. Well, all right. Salute, Skinny. Salute, bro. Salute. We're gonna see y'all.
Hey, Armando, when the NFL when the season opener?
September 7th.
The 7th. Oh, that Thursday night. Thursday night. Okay.
Thursday night, yeah.
Okay.
Kansas City is somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, all right,
Kansas City
fellas,
and
man.
Detroit. Kansas City and Detroit gonna be a sorry game.
Who that? Detroit and who?
Kansas City.
Hey, you gonna get Detroit goddamn 21. Listen, you gonna get them up for 21 points and they gonna fuck around and win. They'll fuck around and win that game. I'm telling you, hey, Armando, I'm gonna go out on the limb, Armando. I'll take goddamn Detroit and a goddamn upset. I'm taking the Motor City in an upset.
I wouldn't doubt it. Hey man, I wouldn't doubt it, man. If they mess around and win a game like that, man, for real.
And then, goddamn Kansas City gonna win about 9 or 10 in a row. Yeah.
All right, fellas, man, it's been fun, man. Hey, we're gonna do this again Wednesday. We're gonna do the Pick'em show on Wednesday. Make sure you come on back up, Gary. Hey, man.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna wear a suit and tie. I'm gonna wear a suit and tie this time.
Okay, man.
I appreciate you, Mondo, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to you, D Truth.
All right. Salute to you, bro.
All right, man.
All right, man. Well, all right. We kicked off year 5. Great conversation. Like I said, we got a couple of games that I'm looking forward to watching. Vanderbilt, Hawaii, Navy, and Notre Dame. I got a bet on that one. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got to watch that one. And, USC hosting the San Jose State. I want to see. I'm gonna watch that game, man, because I just want to see the Caleb Williams show. I just want to see the Caleb Williams show, bro. So
yeah, they favored by 31 points. So that's a big point spread. You know what I'm saying? That's a big point spread. And if I was a betting man, I'd take the points in that one. Because San Jose State is not a slouch, but how good is USC really? How good are they in the 31 points is a lot of points in the first game.
That defense is much improved, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be everybody gonna see a huge difference with Bear Alexander and on that defense, bro. It's gonna be a huge difference, man. So let me put some respect on this last couple of cash apps that came in. Salute. And Russell Red, a salute to you. Appreciate those general super chats, brother.
Russell Red had him on fire. Had him hot.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation.
Make sure you tune in Wednesday night. It's gonna be the first D's Picks show of the season. And listen, if you want some money, you want to make you some quick money on the side. Listen, this dude right here, this brother right here, D True, this man picked more upsets over the years than Jimmy the Greek did back in the days. I'm telling you, man, this man can pick some damn upsets. So make sure y'all tune in to D's Picks, cause man, look. Those picks that D True be picking, line a couple of people's pockets over the past 5 years.
Show hell. And I'm like right here. You know how excited I kept telling you, we got 3 months left, got 2 months left, we got 2 weeks left. I kept telling you the countdown to football season. You remember that, right? I'm like, man, I can't wait.
Where's
Tommy? We got a lot of sports shows that come this week. We got D's Pick, Ask Big Dog, Warriors on.
Now, Ask Big Dog, we're gonna start that South Carolina week. We're gonna start that. We're gonna do that on South Carolina week. So it's gonna be D's Picks on Wednesday night, and then the college football, the kickoff show Saturday morning. And then the post game show Saturday night. That one right there, the post game show. Yeah, listen, any of you that was around last year, our post game shows last year, listen, you don't want to miss the morning show or the post game show, especially the post game show. And I'm bringing back the call-ins.
Oh boy,
I am bringing back the call-ins. Remember that girl that called in.
Girl
that called in that song, Rocket Top.
Yeah. The call in, we had some, no matter who.
Crazy call in back there, man.
Yeah. And then SDs is, y'all get to ask me some questions, and guess what? I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Tell me. Tell me all on this channel.
Yeah. I'm a run it on this channel, and on the sports channel.
Yeah, this channel, Tommy. Hey, Tommy, he be betting, bro. Tommy be betting. He be over there crying. That's my brother right there, Tommy boy.
If he a bet man, he want damn sure tune in Wednesday nights. The D's
baseball, baseball, WNBA, shoot.
and UFC.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when you predicted that upset. Holla, I didn't know who the hell Holla Home was. You predicted that upset.
Damn, I wish I had some money. And I predicted the round she gonna knock out in.
Yep. Predicted the round and everything. So everybody make sure you tune in. These picks time will be TBA to be announced. I'll come up with a time by Monday
Yeah.
for these picks, and in these times we're gonna stick with these times. But I know for a fact the kickoff show is gonna start Saturday morning. We're gonna kick it off at 9 next Saturday.
Yeah. Cause some game gonna start at 12, so we got to start off a little about 2 hours early.
Mm-hmm. All right, bro. So it's been fun, man. Hey,
The boss said they definitely tuned in today. He already said, I don't know if that's a he or she. He said they definitely tuned into these picks.
Definitely. So listen, hey, these picks, and like I said, like I announced a minute ago, I'm bringing the phone lines back for the post game show on Saturday nights. The call lines will be open for the post game show. So the link will be dropped. Anyone want to come on the link and talk shit, and the phone lines will be open. Anybody want to call an event about their team or whatever. So we're gonna have some fun over here. We are going to have some fun over here. So for D-Truth, my co-host, I'm Armando Black. Thank you all for coming out to the Saturday morning kickoff, 1st and 10 kickoff show. Make sure you join us here every Saturday morning from here on out. From here on out it's going to be a long journey, but I've been looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to this. College football is here. It's that wonderful time of the year. Let's get it. Everyone, love you all. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Stay safe. Keep plenty of fluids in your body because we have a serious heat wave going on right now all across the South. Love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll see you all right back here on Wednesday evening.
Well, that was a good one there, bro. That was a good one.